it all starts with your mindset. If you don't think you will, you won't. If you don't think you can have it all, you won't ever have it all. Girl, let me tell you what his big head did today. Oh my God. Get someone in. I hopped right back up. I was like, little old me. God thought enough of me to save this man who's been chasing me for years.
Welcome to Candid Talks About Sex for Saints, where we get candid about love, sex, wellness, and relationships. Just so you know, I am Tammy, a wife, a mother, best-selling author, your favorite intimacy and relationship coach, the host of this fantabulous podcast where we're going to promote sex and still keep it God. And I got a question for you. Have you ever wished that someone had taught you more about sex from a faith-filled perspective? Or have you ever had questions that no one could answer? Or felt like if you knew then what you know now, you might have made decisions a little different? Well, let me tell you, you are not alone. This podcast is dedicated to just that. We're going to fill in the gaps. We're going to break some silence, and we're going to help you to grow in godly intimacy without shame. And y'all, for today's podcast, y'all, let me tell you why I'm excited. I am excited because I got my girl Tia on the stream. What's up, Tia? What's up?
What's up? Oh, I'm excited too.
I'm excited too. I'm happy to have you here on the show. But before we get into anything, I do have this segment where we go over a myth versus truth. I got some questions. I just got some questions. These are just some simple questions because I want people to know whether or not it's a myth, whether or not it's a truth. And so we're just going to answer. Okay. So you ready? All right.
I'm ready.
So the first question, right? And I'm not even sure if I mentioned the title. This title is called Sis, You Can Have It All. I'm not sure if I said that. I need to say it again because all of the questions are going to relate to this. So the first question is, a successful wife has to choose between family and career.
Myth.
Yes, absolute myth. Because why are we choosing?
It's
and
both.
not balancing? Mm-hmm. We got to be able to balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got another one. Supporting your husband means sacrificing your own dreams.
Myth. Myth.
A lot of people think
for that answer. That's a myth.
It's not even that a lot of people think that. A lot of people sacrifice because they think that that's what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, I got another one. Motherhood means losing yourself.
All the myths in the world.
What you mean to tell me? Ain't none of these true?
Ain't none of them true.
None of them.
What's
true?
The title again?
Myth versus truth. Okay. All right, got another one. You can honor culture and still stay true to who God made you.
That's true.
That is true. And I love that because it's gonna happen. Yes, you're always gonna be positioned to honor God.
Yes, you are. In all ways.
Okay, I got another one. If you struggled in dating, marriage will also be a struggle.
That's a myth. What you think, friend?
I think that's also a myth. Mm-hmm. That's a myth because it's not about struggling, right? It's more about finding balance. You like when we date, we gonna date and things gonna come. Like they either gonna be right or they gonna be wrong. And if they wrong, that means you're gonna struggle. But if you get past the struggle and make it to marriage, right? It doesn't mean that you're not gonna have hard times, but it means that you know how to pivot through some things.
Yeah, and that struggle is teaching you lessons of things you don't want or things about yourself that you probably have not even addressed yet.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, let me do another one. Motherhood multiplies you. You don't disappear, you expand.
Oh, truth. 1000%.
Yeah. You expand, you pivot. True. Okay. Let me do one more. Okay. A wife is a world builder at home, in business, and in legacy.
Truth.
Yes.
I like that.
I love that one. Why? Because, when I thought about having you on the show, I thought about all those things: business, legacy, a world builder, because that's where your mindset is right now. But before we get into it, I want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to everybody who is watching.
Ooh, First of all, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed that little myth or truth. That was good. And we ain't even got into the juicy stuff yet.
I know.
Ooh, as far as the intro, where do I begin? You already see my name on the screen. I'm a business owner, a wife, a mom, a friend, a sister, a coach, all the things, a little farmer. My backyard, you would see the only thing I'm missing is some chickens and some pigs and cows. But I truly believe that you can have it all. You can support your spouse and still get all of your dreams accomplished. You can be there for all the things that your kids want to be involved in and still accomplish your goals in some kind of way. Like there might be times where you might have to turn some stuff up or down. Like right now, I think I haven't seen my girlfriends in person in forever. Like we were texting each other like, we need to have a dinner. Even me and you were like, I think the first time we seen each other was like a few weeks ago in forever.
Yep.
Wedding. But
Exactly.
There's love lost or anything like that. And it doesn't mean like I don't have it all. It's just right now, the position is I got to focus on supporting my husband and building his dreams. I got to focus on these 2 little babies. I got to focus on being a caregiver. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I have a consulting firm. I support my husband in his business. I run the back office and I have a podcast. So there we go.
I love it. I love it. Listen, y'all, I'm excited because, Tia already spilled some of it, right? Me and her met in college. Just to give you a little backdrop, a little context or whatever. We met in college. I think it was 2000. I don't even want to age myself, but it was 2002.
2002. You lived across the street from
you were
me.
my first friend.
Oh
You
my
were
God.
my first friend.
In Statesboro, right across from each other. Apartment 101, apartment 102.
Oh, girl, you remember that?
69,
Wow.
1600.
99 or something.
1699 Statesboro Place Circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes, man. Tia was my first friend in college. And when I tell you, like the college years, we're not going to talk about it here because, those days are gone and they're over and all that. And we're not going to, we're just not going to put our business out there like that because we are changed.
No, but we had a good time. We had a good time for a long time.
We had a good time for the time that I was there because I left. I dropped out. And Tia stayed and she pivoted. And when I dropped out, I went because I followed a relationship. It was like a toxic relationship. And when that happened, like my life just went left. I got pregnant and Tia was still chilling with all the other friends and finishing school and all that. And so life was going on, like we were doing life. And so we hadn't talked for a while because, during that time, I was in my own world. I was a horrible friend.
You weren't. You just
I was horrible. Like
your priorities were different. You weren't horrible.
My priorities were different. They were different because now I was dealing with children. Well, I was dealing with my one daughter. I was dealing with baby daddy issues, and I was moving from one place to the other, to the other place to the other. And I also struggled with postpartum during that time, but I didn't know what it was. I couldn't put any words to what it was that I was feeling during that time. And so I was going through all of that. But during that time, I neglected all of my friends. I really didn't have any. I was going through my own little transitional periods and I kind of fell off the map. But anyways, years down the line, we would keep in touch over time and we would talk for, about our dating relationships and things that was going on through the process. And she would tell me about her dates and I would tell her about mine. And it was, I guess it was kind of seasonal, right? We would have moments where we were doing well. And then we would have moments where we're just in our own worlds, right?
I would see your daddy more than you. Every time I come to the Bahamas, he would pick us up. Remember? From the cruise. I was friends with your daddy more than I was you.
You're right. And I do remember you did come to the Bahamas at one time where I was there. Yeah. And we had some fruit salad.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I got a confession though for one of those trips because since you brought it up, there was one trip where it was, you couldn't find my daddy, right? It was a trip where I think my daddy you couldn't find him. You were calling him and calling him and calling him. I think you were on a cruise or something.
Okay.
So let me tell this confession, right? Because we on air. How about I had given you the wrong number by accident. So when you were calling
not calling the
We
second
were
ring. Like always pick up, always come and pick us up. And I was like, man, I'm calling him, I'm calling you. It was just you stopped answering. I was like, okay, well, we just gonna figure it out.
When I looked at the number and I couldn't get back in touch with you because y'all didn't have like Wi-Fi or whatever. Because y'all were like at the dock waiting for him. And y'all just there for like hours. And you're like, we it's about time for us to go back to the boat. And I looked at the number, I was like, dang, they had the wrong number the whole time. So my bad. I do apologize.
Look, we made it work. So hey.
I'm sure y'all did. I'm sure y'all did. But like this has been our friendship, right? Mm-hmm. And so, to pivot just a little bit more of that, right? I remember Tia you were getting married and you were telling me about the wedding and all of these different things. And I felt so honored because you had asked me to come. And I was like, man, we hadn't spoken in such a long time. You did. And so, y'all, it was such a beautiful wedding. It was such a beautiful wedding. I felt so honored to be there. I enjoyed being there. But even before that, Tia had a baby.
Yes,
she had a baby. You did. But this is the thing about that. Like, she was one of those friends who I didn't think was going to ever have kids at all. Like, she did not do well when it came to...
Still shot myself.
Well when it came to kids at all. But anyways, all of that together, coupled, right? That's the reason why I brought you on this podcast, because one of your story is a story of faith. It's a story of resilience and waiting on purpose and discovering how to truly balance it all. Because when I look at you now, I'm like, man, like, we came from a mighty long way, but you are here, you're doing it, you're accomplishing it. And so one of the things that, stands out about your story is that everything that happened didn't happen overnight. Like, it wasn't an overnight fairy tale. You went through rough seasons of dating and before finding your husband, and yet you still waited, and not just waited, but you did the work on yourself. So what did that waiting season look like for you?
Ooh, child. Now, why you didn't give me no? I like to prep. Now, I wish I like to have little bullet points. Okay, that's the organized PM person in me. Like, here's my answer.
I know.
Okay, so I just got to come off the cuff. Let's see. I think. What was the question again?
What was that waiting season like? Like, your waiting season?
The waiting season. I don't even know if it was really a waiting season, because I never expected to have children, to have a family, to have a spouse. So I just lived in that season that I was in. And my thought at that time was just do everything that I wanted to do. So, I traveled. I switched jobs 50,000 times. I moved 50,000 times. I dated, not like, oh, I'm just seeing one guy. Like, I was dating, okay? The true definition of dating. And I had a good time. So I didn't even see it as like, I'm waiting for my spouse, because I never thought that I would have that. Yeah. I just said, I'm going to make the best out of the situation I have. I'm going to take the jobs that I enjoy, quit the jobs I hate. Move around, date the guys that I like, get rid of the guys I don't. And in that process, though, especially with the traveling, like a lot of traveling by myself. And I think that was just me trying to figure out who I was outside of being, my siblings' older sister and, the one everybody had to depend on and the one everybody leaned on. I was like, I just got to just figure out myself, because I do. Like, and I think in that season of dating and really truly dating men, I really realized, like, there's a lot of stuff about myself that I don't know. Yeah. So how can I even say, like, this is the list of things that I want in a man when I don't even really know myself? Mm-hmm. So that's what dating revealed to me, That's and true. It's so true. So I took that time to really figure out what it was I liked, what I loved, what I didn't. And in that, my husband came along. And when he came along, I was not feeling him. Like that's a whole other podcast. Like
yeah.
We dated for on and off for a long time, and I was like giving him cold shoulder because I was outside, Tammy. I was outside living my best life. You're really, really nice, and I don't want to hurt you right now, but I also ain't trying to settle down. I'm trying to be outside, sir.
Yeah.
He was so consistent and persistent. And it's very much like my professional personality, how he was in courting me and dating me.
Yeah.
And when I finally was like, okay, I'm tired of being outside because it's nothing but trash outside. And I don't like trash. So I might need to actually give him a chance.
Yeah.
I might need to actually give him a chance. And the rest is history.
Was it something in some of the guys that you were dating that basically said, okay, this is going to make me pivot to wanting to give this dude a chance? Like what was happening in your previous dating experiences?
I don't even know if it was something in them, but I just felt like there was a period where we met online and we didn't even meet each other in person until 2 years later.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? 2 years later. So he had been chasing me 2.5 years, had been still like sending me messages. How are you? All these things. We would Skype and all of that, but we never actually physically met until in person 2.5 years later.
Wow.
At that moment, even right before then, I had a few health issues and he was like super concerned, checking on me, sending me stuff. And I was like, man, this guy really doesn't know me from a can of paint. Like he knows me from like our conversations online and chatting on the phone, but we haven't even really seen each other.
Yeah.
He's kind of short and I like him kind of tall.
Yeah.
So when we actually met in person, it was so funny because the first night we actually met, he was like, what are you up to? I just got to town. I was like, I'm chilling. And he was like, well, do you want some? Is there anything you want? I was like, I'm actually going to go get some donuts from Sublime Donuts. He drove all the way to the city, went to go get me donuts and brought them to my house just so he can see me. And I was like, this is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that with him. Even now, he just exerts so much effort to make sure that I'm happy and I'm pleased and the girls are happy and pleased. Like, why wouldn't I want to pour into him and support his dreams? Like,
yeah,
it's a given.
It sounds like he knew what he wanted.
He did. Yeah. He knew. And he will tell anybody that. He knew from the moment he sent me a message, like, this girl's a little different. And yeah, I'm a little spicy.
I wish I could ask him, like, what was it? You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he's continuously having to prove himself to you.
Not no more.
I mean, back then.
Yes.
Back then, when you were in the dating.
Yeah, and I don't know why that was the case because I think I just didn't give him a time of day. Like, I just really didn't want to give him a time of day until I really realized, like, this is a really good man and I might need to actually set some time aside to get to know him because I'm doing him exactly how guys that I'm actually interested in are doing me. Ooh, that don't feel good.
No.
And that's not fair to him. I haven't even given him, I complain about guys doing this for me, but I'm doing the same to him. And that's not cool.
Yeah.
So when I gave him a chance, I mean, it still was like this. Like, we still were like on and off dating. Even when we had our daughter, we were not together. And I think we were trying to figure out if we wanted to be together or not. We were clearly being grown.
Girl, we be grown sometimes. We be grown.
And it's like, man, I don't even know if, and I never wanted children. So I was like, I don't even know how this is going to work. This is crazy.
You were so firm on that though.
1000% firm.
Now you got a bunch of kids, but anyways.
Girl, and one more. Want some more, okay? But I was just like, it's amazing. Like, when I sit back and actually reflect on like the transitions I've been through in life, in the transitions I've been, like the people that have been there, like even us, like our transitions and seeing how we've come back, and it's like a different level that we're at right now. Like we would have never been prepared for this when we first met. Now it's a whole different level of challenge. Like even today, like texting each other, like, girl, what you did? Okay, you accomplished that. And I love that. I love, like, that is me truly having it all. Like being able to pour into my girlfriend's dreams, seeing my girlfriends fall in love, seeing my girlfriends get married, have families, grow their businesses, like truly live out their passion. And we still get to be there and support. Like, that's so cool, right?
I love that. I love that because that's always been you. From the moment I've met you, it's always been you checking up, making sure you're doing it. Y'all, this girl used to call me to make sure I made it to class. She like she used to make sure that I made it to class. And and don't let us go out and I do not call her, right?
Ooh,
She need to know that you made it home safe.
And do. To this day. To this day.
She got to make sure. Like,
my family calls me the family manager. And like, I got everybody location on lock. Like, okay, well, why are you sitting in traffic right now? And they're like, girl, can you stop? And it's just, it's just who I am. It truly is who I am. It's a catch-22 though, because I feel like this is where my husband helps balance me out, because I haven't been able to really find the balance on who I need to pour into like that. So sometimes, because I'm always that person, people don't think I need that too. And that's been hard because I also don't know how to communicate. Like, hey, I need some pouring back too, sis.
Yeah. I can understand that, because you know that's like, they do say that phrase, like the strong one needs someone to be strong too. You know what I mean? They need somebody to be strong for them too. So I completely understand that. Now, you know, when I noticed that you got married, you did shift, like everything shifted. But before we even get there, because I do want to talk about, you know, your proposal and everything, because
oh my gosh, please no.
I want to talk about that.
Oh God.
How did it even get to the point where he proposed? Like, let's talk about that experience. What happened? What led up to that? The surprise. It was everything, y'all. Talk about it.
Why does this always come up in conversations? Like, I feel like people that know me either went to college with me or know me or was there that night. They always bring this up and was like, can we talk about the viral proposal? And I'm like, can we not? Please.
Yes.
But okay, we'll talk about it. So how did we get to that? So he was deployed for a year. And I moved home for a year. And because at that time, Titi Lola was, she was 1. Yeah, she was 1. I had moved home. I had a remote job with Amazon. So I moved home for a year. He was deployed for a year. It worked out so perfect too. It worked out perfect. And I wasn't I was nervous about moving home because I was like, oh Lord, I'm about to be back at my parents' house. I got to get along with their rules. Past them first lady, and I got a child now. But it was so different than when I was like a teen or in college. Like, it actually helped me be the person that I am, me be the wife that I am, right? Because I was able to be in the house and see things modeled between my parents, which really helped prepare me for that role that I didn't even know I was being prepared for. Because even then I was like, we might get married, we might not, I don't know. So how it all went down, because, you know, this is all third person. Or first person, I don't know which person it is, but apparently he called my pops to ask for permission and tell him that, you know, I'm gonna have a little dinner for her when I get back and do the proposal. And my pops, being extra, said, well, you know, she's getting 40 under 40, so why don't you do it tonight? And he's like, I kind of wanted something a little bit more private. He's like, this will be perfect, we can do it tonight. So everybody knows my pops. He got the key to the city, by the way, this year. Whoop, whoop. But he made a few calls to people. So I'm heading that morning. Let me tell you how God is so good. That morning, and my mother will tell you this, I was in the office and I was in deep worship, like on the floor, like deep worship. Okay. And I was just full of the Spirit. I had just finished my devotion. I was just full of the Spirit. And I was just in deep worship and just thanking God for everything that had happened, like everything he had done in my life. I would have never thought a girl who barely finished college would now be
Mhm.
a 40 under 40 like honoree. That's wild to me, right?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
somebody who never was even supposed to go to college. Like that is nothing but God. So I was in deep worship that morning, and then I finally got myself together. I was like, yeah, need to go get my hair done. So I'm going to Savannah, and I went to go get my hair done, had to go get some shoes, and I was just taking it easy. Mom and Pops had the baby, so was like, oh, I'm gonna have a night by myself. This is great. I can sleep. Woo, praise the Lord. And he called me. He's like, hey, how's it going? I was like, it's good. I just finished getting my hair done. I'm getting some shoes. I'm about to head to the hotel. I get to the hotel. I check in. I relax. And my mom calls me, and she's like, so how's it going? And I'm like, girl, why are you? It's fine. I'm relaxing. What's going on? And she's like, are you downstairs yet? And I'm like, no. So I was like, something's going on, but I'm not sure what. And I remember when I came downstairs, I tried to play a trick on like one of the alumni staff. And I was like, I think Ola's here because something. And she was like, I said, because he told you something, right? And she was like, no, you didn't tell me that. And I was like, oh, okay. She didn't fall for the trick. So I felt like he was in town. I didn't know it was going to be on this level. Mm-hmm. So I remember, I was asking them, where is my seat at? And they were like, oh, Tia's at seat number something. I forgot. And I'm like, how do y'all all know what table I'm at? This is interesting, but also whatever. So I go to the table and I'm there with the president of the university and his wife, but it's just us three. So I'm like, where's everybody else that's supposed to be at our table? It's an 8 top, and it's only us three at this table. In hindsight, I see why, right? So I'm talking to his wife. We're having a good time. Talking to him, like, yes. And I would always say, like, this is so crazy. I would always be like, yeah, my husband's deployed right now. He was not my husband yet. My husband's deployed, blah, 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 blah. So at the beginning of the event, the guy was like, we have a special something. I can't even remember all the words. It's on tape somewhere. And I was like, oh my God, Gus is here. Because I love Gus. I was like, oh my God, Gus is here. And then I see my father come out. And I'm like, well, what's Pops doing here? Like, but I also didn't think nothing of it because I'm just like, he's in everything. Like, he got him doing something. What they got him doing at the university, and he didn't tell me. Okay. Mm-hmm. And immediately after, I see a uniform and a hat, and I just bust out laughing. Like, oh my gosh, he's here. And he has flowers. And I'm thinking that's the end of it, right? Mm-hmm. So he comes out, he gives me a hug. Now, I'm not realizing there's cameras all around me, okay? I'm like, oh my God, I knew you were home. And then he gets on, and I'm like about to go sit down, and he gets on one knee, and I hop right back up. I was like,
what's happening right now?
And I was just like so shocked. I was just like, whoa, this is me, little old me. God thought enough of me to save this man who's been chasing me for years to be my husband. Wow. The father of my child. This is great. Lord, I thank you. And then I remember there's one picture. There's quite a few pictures, but there's one of my favorite pictures I posted on my timeline. Like I'm like, yes.
Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna post it.
And I was just like that. It was like, now the rest of the night, I don't remember much because I clearly had a good time. Woke up the next morning really sick. Okay, really sick. But that's the moment.
I love that because you so deserve that. You so deserve that. Like, you are that friend who really does have it all. And I have friends where I can say that, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to your spirit and how humble you are and all of the things, like you exemplify all of that. You know what I mean?
Ooh, so, girl, you gotta have me cry in this hotel room, chat. I can't handle
it. Congratulations again. But after you guys got married, like, a lot of things shifted, a lot of changes happened, and now you both are being intentional about the things that you do. What has being married taught you so far?
Oh, child, that's a loaded question for us. First, I want to ask, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So you had said that when I got married, you noticed a lot of shift or transitions. What was it that you noticed?
it was how you were moving with intention, right? With
Mm.
with TT, right?
Mhm.
And I was just watching how good of a mother that you were, how much you took care. Like it was all of the things that I didn't expect, because I didn't even expect you to have children. And so I'm watching how you handle your daughter and how you handle your family and all of these things. And I'm just like, man, like you were made for the role that you, like, even the way that you were integrated with the family and the culture. Y'all, Tia always thought she's from the island. She's from Colorado. But she always thought she was island, you know what I mean? And so now, she's integrating her life in this culture and the lifestyle, and everything is so blended. It's so
Yeah.
blended, and just watching the beauty of you evolve, right?
Yeah.
Like watching like I felt like I was watching an evolution in front of my eyes.
Definitely.
You
That's how I
know?
feel. I mean,
Yeah.
I still feel that to this day. Like,
Yeah.
it's so unreal, but it's so beautiful at the same time. Like, wow, I have really changed in all aspects of my life. Um, okay, so thank you for sharing that. Your question to me was, what has marriage taught me, right?
Hmm.
So many
Yeah.
lessons. Um, I think we have a very unique position though, right? Because we had a daughter before we were seriously dating.
Hmm.
And we have another dynamic that most people don't have, and that is also being caretakers for his parents.
Mm.
And his father is disabled. Like, we have to feed him, bathe him, clothe him, all that, or have somebody come to the house every single day and do that. So I think, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily, well, maybe it is marriage. Let me share this. I think it is the intentionality of like paying attention to the different seasons and transitions we are has taught me a lot. For
Hmm.
example, with his parents with us, what his mother has taught me about marriage. Woo, girl.
Mm.
My father-in-law, he can't talk. He can't
Hmm.
talk. He doesn't remember us. He can't feed
Hmm.
himself. He can't change himself. He can't bathe himself. And when I tell you sickness and in health, that
Yeah.
woman lived that.
Yeah.
She feeds him. She gets on the nurse when she ain't doing right. If
Hmm.
the guy nurse comes, she get on him when ain't doing right. Her love and her faith that it's gonna be a better day has taught me so much about marriage. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even explain it. Like, seeing, like, yes, it was a sacrifice having them come live with us, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
Because I learned so much about what it is to be a wife, what it is to be yourself, what it is to be a praying, faithful wife, but also still having your dreams. Because, she got a whole shop, she got a whole business in Nigeria that she runs. He on the
Mhm.
call 3 o'clock in the morning talking to somebody. And I'm like, Mama, you
Yeah.
need to. So she has exhibited that, and I think um it has taught me how to be patient, how to slow down
Mhm.
a little bit more, because you got to get to the point very quick with me because I'm
Yeah.
already trying to solve it. But it has taught me how to slow down, be patient, really
Mhm.
pay attention. Like, there's certain things that just don't matter.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
certain things that just don't matter. And that's okay. But her faith in God is under that woman.
Yeah. And I love
Woo!
that, because you have that from both sides,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so just the ability, you are already ahead of the game, because a lot of people don't even have that. God-fearing
True.
parents, that they can be examples, that can be an example for them to follow, because the parents are still married and still together. And
Yes.
so, now you're learning, it's almost like that covenant love, not even
Yeah.
almost, like it is that covenant love, because a lot of marriages today are based off of contracts. You do something, I don't like it, then I'm out. We don't
Very
have a
true.
lot of stickability,
Yep.
and so, to have something to look forward to and strive for, because you've seen struggle in marriage, and almost, and coming back together, and what that
Mm-hmm.
looks like when you stay. And so you're able to, now take that and use that as an example for your own marriage, and that grounds you in that foundation. So I love that for you. I love that you have those examples, because I didn't even know all of that. Like I knew that they were there, but I didn't even know like the amount of care and attention that has to be done, and the sacrifice that has to be done to even do that, And so that just goes to show that God will always put someone in your life who you're the helpmeet for,
Yes. So true.
You're balancing each other, and you can deal with their issues and they can deal with your issues, and it's like a give and take, sacrificial type of love.
Yes. Now, one thing it has definitely taught me is like my husband is very much so the partner that I need.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could have a quote unquote traditional marriage where it's like the man goes to work, he comes home, you make sure he's fed, he goes to sleep. God knew exactly who he was doing when he put this man in my life. He's a very active parent, partner. He don't mind washing the clothes. He do it better than me half the time. Cleaning the house. I am not that person to keep stuff nice and tidy. I am chaos queen. Okay. Only thing that's nice and tidy is my list, my to-do list, and my job. Outside of that, it's chaos. Look like a tornado ran through. And he is polar opposite. He is polar opposite. But that also shows me like, ooh, I need to step up a little bit, because that just how he takes care in his mannerisms around the house, that's important to him. So how I can show him that I love him and that I honor him is, okay, T, you might have to actually clean the shower today and you don't want to. You might actually need to pull the linen off the bed and do the laundry this month and you don't want to. But when he walks in the house and he sees that done, he's going to be so relaxed and it's okay. Yeah. He doesn't mind doing it.
I love that. Because that's exactly what you need, girl. You needed that in your life.
You know me, honey.
Yeah, but I understand that, because that's the same with mine. Like my husband is the same. Like he'll wash dishes, he'll do clothes. He watches the kids more than I do. Okay.
Yes, honey. Right now, I'm in Pittsburgh having a good time. Where the kids at with him?
Yes, that's how it is, and like we're kind of like the same when it comes to that. Yes. So I could resonate with that. I definitely resonate with that, but I love it, because you wouldn't think that your husband is African, right?
Not at all. Until he opens his mouth and start talking to you.
Girl, you got me thinking I was calling him wrong.
You wouldn't think that. My bad, friend. You wouldn't think that at all. No.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. But he's not acting like the traditional African man who wants the wife to do the cooking and the cleaning and the taking care of the kids and all of that. And I think that's beautiful. The same as mine. My husband is from Haiti. He's Haitian.
Ooh, he's Haitian. Oh, that's right. He's Haitian. Yes, honey. You're supposed to be barefoot pregnant and had a house clean.
Now he does want me always barefoot and pregnant, but after that 2 months, I was like, baby.
Come on, one more time,
girl. Y'all pray, because I don't even know if I can like these boys. I don't even know. It's rough out here in these streets.
You have boys. You have see. I'm over here like, give me some more babies. I ain't got no boys. I just got sassy pants girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got rough riders.
Yeah. They keep you busy.
Yeah.
They keep you busy. So yeah. And young. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I love it when he is doing the most of it. Like I heard somebody say the other day, the reason why she went to work early was because, she didn't want to take care of her kids. That's me. And that's my mama. My parents ain't like that. I be wanting my mom to help me. My mom help me,
Yes.
And she kids either. She does not.
Yes.
Kids, So we don't have all that. But I love to see how you balance it, and your babies are so beautiful. They're so smart.
Thank you.
They're so smart. They're so intelligent. But I do want to know, like, because someone in your position, like, how do you manage all of the things when you have so much going on? Because you did have a business. I can't remember if you had your business prior to your husband or right. So how do you manage and still keep up with your business?
Yeah, I had it prior to him. And then I went, oh, I forgot this part in the whole engagement series. So I actually quit my job like 3 weeks before I got engaged. He didn't know. I told him I was just on a leave of absence because I wasn't lying, but I had no intention on going back. I told myself I have 30 days to figure out this business and make it pop. I have 30 days. So that was also a very, like, hindsight, it was a selfish move because he was coming back from deployment. You know, he wants to provide for his family. He has to get back into the civilian world. So he's coming back from deployment. He finished grad school. He's trying to get a job. And here I go like, oh, I'm not going back to work. And he's like, wait, what? Hold up. What's happening? And I'm like, you are not. And I just feel like our life has always been like, we're that couple that's always doing a lot. We really don't even know, like, just chill. If you think about it, like, we've always had a lot of stuff going on. So I decided to go full time with my business. He came back from deployment. He's trying to figure out his career. He goes into IT. Like, it's so crazy because I'm transitioning out of Amazon. He's going to Amazon. We end up buying a house. We got engaged. Like, all of this stuff happened within a matter of like 3.5 months. And that's how our life has been. Yeah. But how do I manage it? I think I just got to know, man, that's a good question because people ask me that all the time. Like, how do you manage it all? I think because I'm a very ambitious person. Okay. I've also had the pleasure of working for some very ambitious people in my career. So I truly believe, and this is an unpopular opinion, that we really make time for who and what we want. We do. Yeah. And I truly believe that if there's something that we're not doing, it's just not a priority right now. And for me, all the things, my family, my girlfriends, my business, my husband's business, all of it's a priority for me. So I'm going to do all of it. It might just look different depending on what's going on in my life, but I'm going to do all of it. Perfect example, like last night, I was up late trying to pack to come on my work trip. I'm on a work trip right now. That's crazy. But there are a few friends that I had not talked to in a while. And I was like, let me go ahead and schedule some texts to go out to them in the morning. So when I'm at the airport, they can get them texts. And when I land, I can see them and then follow up with all of them Thursday, because I have Thursday morning by myself before I have to be at the client site. So I think everything's a priority. It just all has a certain pocket in place. And I think I finally, I've struck the proper balance of friends who don't take it personally. And because people know who I am, it's like, there's no love lost. There really isn't. Like, if I haven't talked in months, it's not because I hate you. I don't like you no more. I don't mess with you now. Some instances might be, but most of the time it's not. It's just like, I just haven't made it a priority. That doesn't sound right to say out loud and people don't like, but it's the truth. I just haven't made it a priority yet. Yeah. Right now, the priorities are, I got baby girl just went to kindergarten. Fumi about to start going to school in a minute because, we keep them home to their 2. My mother-in-law's traveling right now. So right now, the priority is like coming off summer, getting into a routine. We ain't a family that's on routine. Like, the kids be going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. So this is all new for us, like having to get into a routine and like, okay, I actually got to plan some meals. Like, even when I was leaving, I was like, oh, shoot, I ain't planning no meals now. I know he can figure it out, but put some spaghetti or something, something. But those are the things that now, those are priority. Like, let me make sure my family's in a routine because that is going to make everything else lay out. Like, if I can get all of that situated, it's nothing for me to be like, okay, babe, Friday, I'm going to go hang out with the girls. Saturday, me and Tammy are going to have a brainstorming session. Like, it's nothing because I've already, I positioned the family for a priority. Yeah. So that's really how I balance it, is like, all of the things are priorities. They just have different levels of priority. It's tiers. Yeah. Because I'm just thinking about it. Like, who would have thought to schedule text messages all day, baby? I listen. I didn't even think about that as being an option until you said it just now. Because I'm like, oh, why have I not been using that feature? Every single night, I will go through, here's my little list, and I'll schedule like, okay, what are the texts I need to send out? What are the emails I need to send out? So everything is still moving. And then also, I got a team. Yeah. So I'm on client work. They got to handle stuff. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and schedule. And I'm not that person that likes to send stuff late or all like that, because I don't like to receive stuff late because it just creates something. So I'm like, let me just schedule all the things. And all the responses I got back was like, hey, girl, oh my God, friend, I was thinking about you. Yes, we got to catch up for a date. Yes, we got to do this. Now, we might actually catch up in November, but it doesn't matter. We scheduled it. We've talked about it. And it's going to happen because I know, like, it's a priority for it to happen this year.
Yeah, so yeah. It's a priority for us to get together and have lunch at least once. We'll have lunch at least once. Hopefully. And I'm okay with that. I have a friend right now. I don't even know where we stand because I was talking about this on another podcast where I missed her birthday, but I didn't realize I missed her birthday, and like it's one of those things where my bad, like I legitimately was busy, had a lot going on. Yeah. You could have called me and reminded me of your birthday because I have a lot of things going on, but I don't even know where we stand right now. I'm completely okay with that. Yeah. Because the way that my life is working right now, I don't even have time to even focus on all of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
it's not a priority right now.
It's not a priority. It's not a priority. Later on, it might be.
Exactly. That's okay. Yeah.
Later on, I might think, oh man, I really wish I had a friend, but right now in this current moment of my life, like my priorities are it's grind mode, it's build mode, it's legacy mode, it's mindset mode, it's all of those different things, which I know that you're on that same wave path, right?
1000%.
So how do you do that? And I know your husband also has his business and you manage that as well. So let's talk a little bit about that because right now you're showing so many different roles, right? That you are maintaining, but they're getting done.
Yeah. So we're both entrepreneurs, 100%. People think that's crazy. They're just like, wow, both of y'all are grind mode. Yeah. Like perfect example. I'm in Pittsburgh. I'll be here till tomorrow night. Friday morning, 5:15 a.m. He leaves out. He's gone for the weekend. He's gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I've already, because I'm his admin too. So I've already scheduled his whole Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and he'll be back Sunday night. So I already it's just part of the season. It's the priority we're in right now. Right now, we both are hustling. And, my business is at a kind of an autopilot mode. Like I got good partners that I work with. I got a really good team. So I can pour more into him. The only time I really have to show up for business is if I got to do something in person. And sometimes I don't even have to do that. I got consultants that can travel for me. I had that happen a few weeks ago. Somebody had to go to Boston for me. But I don't really know how it works. It's nothing but God, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's just us. We don't have, and a lot of people, there's a misconception too, because a lot of people are like, oh, you got parents at home that's helping you take care of the kids. Baby, we've been running solo the whole, since July. She been gone. She in London living her best life. Papa's in Nigeria living his best life. So it's us out here. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to get a routine with these kids. And we're tired, but I think last night I got an hour and a half of sleep. But I'm running off adrenaline even right now because this is stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
It's passion. There's something I'm teaching. Like, yes, I'm going to rest tonight. I don't have the kids. Yes, this is going to be great. But right now, the priority is my friend want me on her podcast. I'm going to be there. It doesn't matter that I just facilitated for 5 hours straight. I literally hopped off a plane, sat in traffic for an hour and 15 minutes. I eat the lunch that they had. I ate the lunch for dinner because I didn't even eat the lunch that they ate. And I'm trying to sleep on the plane. The turbulence was bad. And I facilitated for 5 hours straight. Came here. The hotel staff is amazing. They were like, oh, you get your concierge level. You won't need it quiet. I was like, yes, girls. Thank y'all. And I was like, you were like, you want to do 6:15? And I'm like, no, I'm going to be on. I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'm gonna be on because it's a priority for me. Like this is where you need me to show up. This is how you need support. You don't have to say it. The support for you right now is me showing up for the time that we allotted and being here for you.
I love that.
And that's good. That's fine. I'm gonna still get my sleep and do everything, schedule my texts, schedule my emails.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's what it is. And I don't have to worry about putting the kids to bed, like making sure I'm on routine. Like, okay, it's 12 o'clock, we need to eat dinner. It's 7 o'clock, we need to take showers. I don't have to worry about that right now. So how can I maximize everything for business? Because again, come Friday, it's me solo. So I can't really I'm not going to do work. Yeah. Because again, my priority for those 3 days are going to be the girls. 1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Already knows.
I love that because it's so structured in a way where you can keep your mind together. But what I do want to know is you got a lot going on over here. He got a lot going over there. How do you find time to connect?
Each other?
Yes.
That's a good question. So I'm trying to think, have we went on a date in a long time? I don't think we have. Right now, I think our time for each other is we have a daily stand-up that we do every day. We meet 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon. This is crazy, right? I'm his admin. He is last minute king, okay? I am like, you are not going to do this last minute. We need to have a plan. We need to have a schedule. Blah, blah, blah. So we meet every morning for 15 minutes, 6 o'clock in the morning. And we meet every afternoon for 4 o'clock because he's a night owl. I think we are just both in the position of right now, time for each other looks like maybe we're both in the kitchen, like just getting dinner together really quick, talking about our day. It's not very like touchy-feely, ooey. I mean, first of all, he is going to touch everywhere. He going to kiss everywhere. But it's not like sacred time with just us two. The kids are going to be right there too. But I want them to see like this is how a loving relationship is. But we know in September, when the little one starts going to school 2 days a week, we'll pick up our breakfast dates again because that's the time that works for us. We don't have a date night Friday, because that's not a reality for us. But a Tuesday morning breakfast at Flavor Rich in Swanee, that's our jam. Okay, that's our jam right now. On Thursday, I'm gonna get him on the Pilates class with me one day. That's my dream. He gonna be in Pilates with me. That's gonna be our date. That's gonna be our quality time. Maybe even getting up. We live so far up in North Georgia. We can scoop up to the winery for a day trip really quick while the girls are at school. Just go to the winery, have breakfast, and come back. And that's okay with us because when we go travel, we're gonna have more time with each other. Like we make sure travel is important. Our girls are exposed to culture. But right now in this season, especially since he is growing his business so fast, it's just making sure he has the structure that he needs so he can fly. Because I gotta say it like this. He allowed me to live out my dreams for so many years. Like, and just, did a job in IT, had a very good job, very good career. And I'm just living my dream, building my business.
Yeah.
He wants to do that now. Okay. And if I can help him do that because I got the structure that he needs to really grow and expand, what better client is it? Yeah. I got my husband is my client. Like on the first of every month. Okay. Every month I invoice him because he work. Okay. Me and my team work, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like it's, and I can tell the joy he has. Like last night, he had a call with his team. Last minute, man. I asked him if he had his PowerPoint together. He didn't. The call's at 10 p.m. Who's putting together a PowerPoint at 9 o'clock at night? Me.
I hope you was using Gamma.
No, I was using Canva. But girl. I mean, I could do a PowerPoint real quick. I got Jaden. They give me really good templates. So I just and replace. Okay. So I got it done. He was like, thank you, baby. I love you so much. And I'm like, that's what he needs right now. That's how he needs support. And that's how we're going to have time together until we can have like one-on-one time. And I'm okay with it. Like truly it's fine because we know this is not a forever thing. It's just the season we're in right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure y'all are still having those intimate moments.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Of course.
I wanted to stress that because, when it comes across and you're like, oh, we only connect on here and can hear and here, but I want to make sure that people know that no, there's also connection.
Oh, there's connection. Yes. Yes. He might wake me up. I think one of the podcasts was like, I might just be late. I might have to 3:00 in the morning, but there's going to be. Okay.
And I love that. I love that element because you are showing that you can definitely have it all. It takes time, it takes strategy, it takes work, it takes all of that. And we could be here all day talking about it, but I want to kind of, wrap it up because, we've been on here for an hour just laughing.
We can laugh and talk for hours, honey.
We can laugh and talk for hours. But what would you say to girls who don't think that they could have it all?
Ooh, gosh. Tammy, you in these loaded questions and then give me no prep time, child. Oh, Lord, I ain't got my 3 bullets. And we got a time limit because I'm Yap Queen. Let's see.
Have you joined the waitlist for my brand new book, Hey God, Can I? This is your go-to ABC guide for married saints. Bring your questions about God, sex, and intimacy. This isn't just a book. It's a resource to help you grow spiritually while strengthening your marriage bed. So if you've ever wondered what God really says about sex and intimacy, this book is for YOU. Tap the link, sign up for the waitlist, and be the first to know when it drops. Don't wait, sis. Get on the list today.
It all starts with your mindset. If you don't think you will, you won't.
Yeah.
But also being very clear on communication and where you can give and take. I think I'm very careful on the words I use. I don't know if you picked that up. Like, I don't use sacrifice too much because to me, it's not a sacrifice. It's just, where am I willing to give and take right now? What am I willing to prioritize? And that's just me. Like, I just have to watch the type of words that I use. It's not a good or bad thing or right or wrong. It's just how I frame it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't think you can have it all, you won't ever have it all. I think, do we communicate a lot on what we need? Me and Kunle, maybe so. I've gotten him out of the shell. Like, he's a very private person, which has caused me to be a little bit more private too, which is a good thing. I mean, we had a whole second baby secret, but I think you can't have it all. It just looks different. Be serious. You can't have it all. It just might look different at different points of life.
Yeah.
And when you know that you got the right group of support, you got the right village, like from your family, your girls, your guys. I mean, I got a hell of a lot of guy friends too, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I talk to my guy friends more than I talk to my girlfriends because the nature of just hopping on a call really quick. My girls want to text all day. I can easily like call out Max real quick. Hey Max, what you doing? Like, and we can talk on his way home. I just talked to Trey a few days ago, but it's just like, I think realizing that it might just look a little different depending on what is the priority at the moment, but you can still have it all. It's it just might mean we just gonna have to exchange voice notes for 5 months. But I still love you and care for you, girl. I just right now I can't even break away to get to dinner. It's a real thing. Like, because when I want to break away, and I've gotten to the habit of bringing my girls with me, but sometimes I don't want the girls to come, and I just want to be able to be like, girl. Yes, and I want some girlfriend advice. Like,
can I go to the bathroom?
Especially with my married friends, like married friends giving married advice, like especially like you and your husband, y'all been in the game way longer than us. We're still very, we're newborns still. Okay. So there might be times where I just need to have some time so I can be like, girl, let me tell you what his big head did today. Oh my God. I don't want my girls to hear that. But I can send you a voice note and be like, Tammy, can I just run something past you real quick? Can you hop on the phone? And that's okay. That's the season we're in. That's how we're both going to get our needs met, if that makes sense.
I love it. That makes absolute sense. And you are actually speaking to people because one of the things that I love about what you said was if you have the mindset to think that you won't have it all, then you won't. Like it's very plain and simple because you can only have what you believe that you can
Yeah.
get, that you have access to. And you do that by having faith in God, because I'm absolutely sure that God has been a played a pivotal role within your relationship, because even when I'm thinking about how your faith has grown since you've been married, let's
Mhm.
talk about that real quick.
Woo! Yes, because my husband was raised Catholic, honey.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
controversy right there.
Hmm.
But when I tell you, him and his mama don't play about they praying, and
Hmm.
they like, did you ask God about that? Did you
Hmm.
fast?
Yeah.
What? No, I didn't. But let me go ahead and do that. And I remember 2 years ago, I was like, it has grown, but it's also it's the man I married. Like it just
Hmm.
makes me want to be better spiritually, which will make me a
Yeah.
better person for myself, which makes me a better wife, which makes me a better mom, which makes me a better friend. Seriously, it does. And a better farmer. Because I'm having a farm one day. Um, but I remember a few years ago, I was telling him, I was like, I think I want to do this Esther water fast, like for 3 days.
Mm.
I'm a little nervous, but I think I want to do it. And I had a girlfriend at the time that did it with me. And I had a day 2, child. I was hungry, honey. Woo! The
Hmm.
water wasn't making it. I put strawberries, lemons, oranges, everything in the water. And that's when I had my breakthrough though. Like
Hmm.
there was 2 prayer points I had, and it came through in that moment. And I remember just walling in my office. And I remember when I came out, he was in his office. I opened the door and he came out, and I was just trying to get myself together. He came out, he just gave me a hug.
Oh.
And I was like,
Well,
girl,
I understand your need.
I lost it again. But it
Yeah.
has definitely, and I'm glad that you see that, because it definitely has grown.
Yeah.
And I think it's also him. Now,
Mhm.
do we still have some trying to figure out? Look,
Of
I was raised
course.
Catholic. Child, I ain't trying to go to mass, okay, every Sunday, okay? But holler around, jumping around the church, running around, passing out, that's too much church for him, okay? He
Hmm.
like, give me
Hmm.
my word in 90 minutes, let me go home, I'm good. And I'm like, oh, actually, we need to be here till 7:45 in the morning. We need to have
Hmm.
breakfast. We need to
Yeah.
get up and do it again. So we still have that, but at
Hmm.
the center of it, we still have Christ.
Yeah.
That's what makes it like, even though we're still trying to figure out that dynamic, like
Hmm.
him being Catholic, me being like straight up like Christian,
Pentecostal. Hmm.
1000%, we still have, like, we've made it
Hmm.
work for us. So one thing that we have started incorporating 2 Wednesdays, which I'm at home, but Wednesday night is typically a slow night in our house. The girls ain't got nothing afternoon, none of that. So Wednesday is just like, let's just have a little quick like Bible study refresher
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
So I can still get the feeling I want. I could put on
Hmm.
all the Kirk Franklin worship music I want to put on. He not feeling
Yeah.
no kind of way. And we can still, like, we still meet the needs, because I know Sunday he's gonna want to go to mass, especially since
Hmm.
mom, like when mama comes back, he gonna want to go to mass at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that because
Point.
you find the dynamics of what works for your relationship,
Mhm.
and you guys are meeting in the middle for the core common goal, which is making sure that you both have Christ,
Yes.
and then, I guess y'all will figure it out. But right now,
Yep.
you're still staying true to faith. You're still
And we gonna
staying
keep
true
praying
to
about it, honey. We
who
gonna
God
pray.
is, to who Jesus is, all that stuff. Like you still stay true to that. But I've seen that growth in you, and
Woo!
even with the fasting and all that. Like I see it, girl. I see it
Woo!
all over
Oh,
you,
oh
all
my
over you.
God, this is crazy. It's so crazy, but I love
I,
it. Like, I feel it myself, and to know like some of my closest friends feel it too. And hopefully
Mhm,
they feel like that has also shifted how I show up for them. Ooh, that's what it's all
mhm.
about. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
yeah. So continue to show up. Continue to show up. Well, Tia, this has been fun. I know you had a long day. We've been on this call forever. It seems like, but it's been all good. It's been all good because even I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from just by listening to you, because you are showing that you can absolutely have it all. Is there anything that you would like to say and close us out in terms of, anything to the audience?
Can I do a plug real quick? Hey,
Absolutely.
Can I do a plug real quick? So yeah, check us out on The Vow and the Vision. And this is such a perfect segue to it, because The Vow and the Vision is all about keeping the promises to ourselves. Like, what is that vow you made to yourself? Woman, man, business owner, daughter, friend, professional, and how do we like make that vow, keep that promise, but then also see our vision come through? So check us out. Maybe we'll drop some links. I don't know how this works, but maybe we'll drop
I'm gonna put some links there, because I also want you to let everybody know how they can get in touch with you as well.
Yes, and we gotta have you on The Vow and the Vision, honey, so we can talk about
have me, child, have me.
We didn't talk about sex so much though, baby. We tap dance on it.
We tap dance.
We just clocked it a little. What the kids do? What they do right there?
We could talk about it. We could.
Yeah. we can do that another episode if you want. Because baby, you sent me my little box.
Oh, tell me about that box.
So
do you like the box?
First of all, I love the box. And as a matter of fact, I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, I have so many girlfriends that I want to send the box to. Like, I have newlywed friends that I want to send the box to. I have a friend that's getting married that I want to send the box to. And I love, like, it's so many different things in there for both people to have pleasure. Ooh, girl.
I know you wanted to talk about it, so I was trying to be respectful.
I got it.
So what Tia is talking about is, I have connection kits, right? I have connection boxes that help couples stay connected, and it does help. It helps couples to stay aligned, and it covers all of the areas of the sexual response cycle, so that you're making sure that you're not missing out on anything. And so it has cards that help you to connect. It has massage oils and gels and candles and all of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The shower steamers. That's like a spa. I don't know if you use that, but
not yet. But it's on my list.
It's like a spa. It's a spa.
Ooh, yes.
I love that thing. I love that thing.
But those are little ways that you can have intimacy, right?
Yeah.
Without like the kids just went to bed, like, especially when you have young ones, like they went to bed, you can just have a quick shower steamer situation, and
you can have a shower steamer situation.
Go to sleep. Sleep good.
Absolutely. Like, you will feel relaxed.
Yes. So yes, I love it. Hopefully you drop a link in the description where they can purchase that too, because
for sure. Yeah, I sell them. I sell them often. So I love it. I love that you love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It lets me know that I'm doing good, because I have been getting good reviews on them. They're like, you're not pushing it more. I'm so focused on so many different things, but I am. Like, I do have them. I have them, and I do sell them.
Okay. So. Yeah, it's a good little box. And it's so much value in it, girl. Like, what? All of this? Like,
but I gave you an upgraded version. So, if
we still working through the box, honey. Okay, let me stop before I get in trouble.
Continue to work, child. Continue to work. And you can, because I do sell different boxes for different things. So I have like a wedding night box. I have a date night box. I have like various different boxes that people can buy for different, it's different. It's different. They're customized too. So when you're ready to buy your friends, you tell me your budget. I'll put your box together.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah. So y'all, I hope that, today's conversation has blessed you, because it has blessed me in so many different ways. Before we go, do drop your social media information so they know how to reach out to you.
IG is Vow and Vision Pod, VOWANDVISIONPOD on Instagram and on TikTok, and the Vow and Vision Podcast on YouTube.
Yay!
And if you're looking for like just work stuff outside of me being fun and having a good time on the podcast, that is Harvest Hustler. because we're all about coaching leaders and making sure families leave legacy. So Harvest Hustler.
I love it. I love it. Y'all, Tia's story reminds me that, waiting with purpose is never in vain. You never waste time, and love is still possible. And with God's help, you can have it all. And so thank you so much, Tia, for sharing your journey with all of us. So if you guys have loved this episode, like I did, just don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, bye.
Love you, girl.